Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for the August month, whole month's current affair. This will be quite an interesting and important session, so do pay attention till the end. We will be discussing a total of 100 questions, 100 MCQ questions in this video. Also students, if you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe as we are one-stop solution for current affairs. Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code Vikas10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website AffairsCloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. First is, with which organization did the Ministry of Defense recently sign an MOU to facilitate capital market access to MSMEs? Which is that? It is NSE, National Stock Exchange. Correct? So NSE, or we can say Ministry of Defense, signed an MOU with NSE to facilitate the capital market access to MSMEs. Next, which bank has recently signed a $200 million loan agreement with the Government of India to enhance solid waste management and sanitation in 100 cities across 8 states in India? So right option here is Asian Development Bank. Asian Development Bank has signed $200 million loan agreement with the Government of India for solid waste management. Apart from this, remember, if we talk about IFC, International Finance Corporation, this is a member of World Bank, right? And they have committed $105 million to finance a 550 megawatt solar power project in Rajasthan. Next, which organization reported the increase in the digital payment index to 445.5 at the end of March 2024, reflecting a 12.6% year-on-year growth? It is Reserve Bank of India. So they reported this increase in the digital payment index, and we have seen that UPI has been a game changer, and now ULI has also been launched, that is basically to provide finance credit access to the businesses. Next, which organization has recently achieved the unicorn status after they raised $120 million? So what is the name of that startup? It is Rapido, right? Rapido has recently achieved unicorn status. Unicorn status means the market cap of the Rapido is now $1 billion after they have raised $120 million, and they raised this $120 million, that is close to 1000 crore rupees in the Series E funding round. Next, remember CRED, they have been recently granted with the payment aggregator license. Next is, India was elected as the vice chair of the DASH of the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. So India was elected as the vice chair of the Supply Chain Council of the IPEF, that is Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. And who was appointed as the chair here? United States of America was appointed as the chair here. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to RBI report on currency and finance for 23-24? If we look at the options, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that the digital payments have a CAGR of 40% in volume and 20% in value terms in the last 7 years between 2017-18 and 23-24. Is it correct? So let us correct this. The CAGR will be around 50% and the volume in volume and 10% in terms of value terms. Correct? Now all the options becomes right. Next, in July, SEBI chairman Madhabi Puri Bak has launched India's first website for passive fund at Dash. So this was launched at National Stock Exchange. Apart from this, if we talk about Receivables Exchange of India Limited here, remember India's first trade receivables electronics discounting system platform, correct, has been launched by the name Receivables Exchange India Limited, and they have financed over 50 lakh MSMEs where their invoicing is totaling to around 1 lakh crore rupees. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairperson of the UPSC? So, who is the chairperson of UPSC? Preeti Sudan. She has been appointed as the new chairperson of UPSC. She will hold this position till April 2025. She became the second woman to head UPSC. Correct? Take a note of this. And she will be succeeding whom? She will be succeeding Manoj Soni. Correct? Apart from this, if we talk about Bharat Lal, remember ACC has approved the extension of Bharat Lal as the Secretary General of NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 46th session of UNESCO World Heritage Committee in New Delhi? If we look at the options here, option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced $10 million grant to the UNESCO World Heritage Center. Is it correct? So remember, PM Modi has announced not 10 but $1 million grant to the United Nations or UNESCO's World Heritage Center. Also, for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, this will be his third consecutive term as the Prime Minister of India. This is the 18th Lok Sabha. Apart from this, if we talk about the governor of RBI, that is Shaktikant Das, he is the 25th governor here, and he was awarded or granted the A+ rating in the Central Banker Reports Card that was released by Global Finance. Next, which Indian firm has recently signed an MOU with France-based aerospace leader Thales to advance growth and innovation in India's drone ecosystem? Right? So, which is that company? It is Garuda Aerospace. They have recently partnered with or signed an MOU with Thales, that is a France aerospace company, and this will basically help in the growth, innovation, research and development in the India's drone ecosystem. FWD 200B. This is India's first unmanned bomber. Correct? Take a note of this. FWD 200B. Next, which country has recently joined United Nations Command in South Korea as their 18th member state? It is Germany. What is this United Nations Command? See, there is North Korea and this is South Korea. So on this border, we know that these two organizations, these two countries are always in conflict. They are going on war for a very long time. So in order to make sure that the border of South Korea is safe and there are forces guarding this border, so in order to help the police and forces in South Korea, this United Nations Command was established, and now recently it is Germany that became the 18th member state to join this United Nations Command in South Korea. Next, which of the following regulated entities were covered by RBI's Master Direction on Fraud Risk Management in July? If we look at the options, all three of them are rightly mentioned here. Next, the Government of India and the World Bank, they have recently signed Dash Agreement to construct National Green Highway Corridor project. So, we know that it is World Bank and they have signed the agreement to construct these Green National Highway Corridor projects. Question asked is that what will be the worth of these projects? So, they will be worth $500 million. And this project will basically deploy a safe and green highway using green technologies and climate resilient methodologies. Next, who has been recently reappointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Unity Small Finance Bank? So, Indrajit Kamotra has been appointed as MD and CEO of Unity Small Finance Bank. He will be here for next 2 years. And if we talk about Anuj Tyagi, he has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of HDFC Argo Life Insurance Company. Next, in 2024, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved National High Speed Road Corridor projects with a length of 936 kilometers for how much amount? So this will be 50,655 crore rupees. And the implementation of these projects is likely to create an estimated of 4.42 crore jobs that will be both in direct and indirect sector. Next, which of the following is not one of the 4 applications recently launched by Home Minister Amit Shah for 3 new criminal laws in Chandigarh? So among them, it is E-Samman. That is not one of the application. Rest 4 are the application that are related to the 3 new criminal laws. Next, according to recent notification from the Government of India, CPSEs, public sector banks and financial institutions, they are required to increase their public shareholding to at least 25% by 1st of August 2026. Next, which type of cooperative banks are covered under RBI's revised instructions on bad and doubtful debt reserve to ensure uniformity? So which of them are here covered? It will be your urban cooperative bank and state cooperative banks. They both are covered here, correct, under the RBI's revised instructions on bad and doubtful debt reserve to ensure uniformity. Next, which of the following Indians was recently selected as the crew member for the Axiom 4 mission to the International Space Station? So who were elected here? They were Subhanshu Shukla and Parsnath Balakrishnan. They both were elected here as the crew member for the Axiom 4 mission. This Axiom 4 mission is of NASA. It will be to International Space Station. Okay, tell me the name of the 2 scientists that were recently stuck in the International Space Station. One among them is Indian. Next, who has recently taken charge as the Director General of Assam Rifles, that is India's oldest paramilitary force, also known as the Sentinels of the North-East? So, Vikas Lakhera, right? He has recently taken charge as the Director General of Assam Rifles. Assam Rifles is also India's oldest paramilitary force, also known as Sentinels of North-East. Apart from this, if we talk about Nalin Prabhat, remember he has been appointed as the Director General of National Security Guard and he will be succeeding whom? Daljit Singh Chaudhary. Next, name the India's first multinational air exercise that recently began at the Sulur Air Base in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. The name of the exercise is Tarang Shakti, right? And Tarang Shakti, this is the first multinational air exercise to be conducted on India soil after 61 years. In this, around 30 countries will be participating. If we talk about Tarkash exercise, this is the 7th edition of exercise held between India and USA. This is a counter-terrorism exercise. And where was this held? It was held in West Bengal, Kolkata, West Bengal. If we talk about Bharat Shakti was a tri-service exercise. It was held in the Pokhran range, correct, in Rajasthan. Next, name the highest rank, that is 86th Indian firm on the Fortune Global 500 list 2024. So Reliance Industries Limited, that is RIL, has been ranked as 86th in the Fortune Global 500 list and this is the Indian company that secured the highest position. If we talk about in this Fortune Global 500 list, which is the company that secured the first position, it is Walmart. It is of USA. Next, who was recently named as the Chief Advisor of the Bangladesh interim government by President Mohammad Shabuddin? So Mohammad Yunus, he has been appointed as the Chief Advisor of Bangladesh. We know that in Bangladesh, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, she fled the country after resignation and there has been a chaos in that country, and now President Mohammad Shabuddin has appointed Mohammad Yunus as the Chief Advisor of Bangladesh interim government. Next, name the Chinese American physicist who became the second youngest scientist to receive Nobel Prize for Physics in 1957, who passed away in August 2024. So Song Dao Lee has become the second youngest scientist to receive the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1957, who recently passed away. Next, what was RBI's rank in the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute's top 100 largest central banking ranking by total assets in the world 2024? If we are talking about the top 100 largest central banking by total asset, it is USA's Federal Reserve System that secured the first position with $7.84 trillion in total assets. And if we talk about our India's Reserve Bank of India, it secured, or it was at the 12th position with a net worth of $839 billion. Correct. So right option is India's rank is 12th here. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairman of the State Bank of India, that is SBI? So CS Sethi, he has been appointed as the chairman of SBI. He will be succeeding whom? Dinesh Kumar Khara. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Prime Minister of Tunisia, succeeding Ahmed Hachani? So Kamal Maduri, correct, has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Tunisia. Next, name the former West Bengal Chief Minister who passed away in August 2024. So Buddhadev Bhattacharjee has been appointed as the chief, who was the former, not appointed, who was the former Chief Minister of West Bengal, who recently passed away. He was Chief Minister from 2000 to 2001, then from 2001 to 2006, and then from 2006 to 2011. He was also honored with Padma Bhushan in 2022, but he refused to accept it. Next, according to World Trade Organization's report titled World Trade Statistical Review, India was ranked dash in the global agriculture exports in 2023 with an export value of $51 billion. So India's rank was 8th in the World Trade Statistical Reviews 2024, that is in the global agriculture export data of 2023. So India was at 8th position here, correct? And despite a decline in its exports, India traded almost $51 billion of agriculture goods in 2023. European Union was on the first position in the export value, in terms of the export value, that was $836 billion in terms of agriculture exports. Right? Then if we talk about one more thing, remember, if we are talking about Tata AIA life insurance company, it is one of the India's leading life insurance company, and they have secured the 6th position in the global $1 million round table rankings for 2024. I repeat, global $1 million round table rankings for 2024. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to RBI's third bi-monthly monetary policy of the financial year 25? If we look at the options here, option 1, that is A and B part are right, C is wrong. C is saying that RBI proposed to increase the UPI limit for tax payments from 1 lakh rupees to 7 lakh rupees to help the taxpayers to pay higher tax liability quickly. So yes, this is right, but the increase has been from 1 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees. Now all the options are right. Moving on, which of the following points are correct with respect to Paris 2024 Summer Olympic Games held from 26th of July to 11th of August? We will look at the options here. Option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying that skateboarding has made its debut as an Olympic sport in Paris 2024. Is it correct? So, is the option right here? So remember, this is not skateboarding but break dancing. Break dancing has made its debut as an Olympic sport in 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to recent cabinet approvals on 8th of August? If we look at them, option B and C are right, A is wrong. A is saying that modification of Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana extending the implementation timeline by 5 years until 2030, that is FY29. Is it correct? So yes, remember, the PM Yojana, this Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana has been extended by 5 years, but not till FY 2030, but till FY 29, that is 28-29. Take a note of this, not by till F30, but it has been increased by 5 years. Now the options are right here. Next, Which ministry slash department has recently signed an MOU with New Space India Limited, that is NSIL, to grant assistance for the launch of Nepal built Munal satellite? Right, this NSIL, this is the commercial arm of ISRO, and it is Ministry of External Affairs that has granted the NSIL assistance and the approval for the assistance of the launch of Nepal based Munal satellite. This Munal satellite of Nepal, this is an indigenous satellite and this will be an Earth observation satellite. Next, Prime Minister Narendra Modi released 109 new varieties of 61 crops that are developed by which organization? It is developed by ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Where is this? This is in Pusa, New Delhi. And if the option is given such as IARI, that is Indian Agriculture Research Institute, this is the arm of ICAR that is in Pusa. They have developed this 100 new varieties of these 61 crops. Next, name the portal that was recently launched under Mission Karam Yogi during the Civil Service Training Institutions Convention at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. So, Amrit Gyan Kosh, right? This is the portal that has been launched under Mission Karam Yogi. Take a note of this. This Amrit Gyan Kosh, this is a comprehensive knowledge repository that will offer access to Indian-centric case studies that will reduce the dependence on Western sources. And this faculty development program has also been launched here that aims to improve the teaching skills of various teachers. Next, which bank has recently introduced Primus, that is Ultra Premium Credit Card in partnership with Visa Incorporation? It is Axis Bank. Right, Axis Bank introduced this Primus. This is a premium credit card and they have partnered with Visa Incorporation here for the same. Also remember, Axis Bank, they have launched Spursh Week 2024. This is the second edition of this Spursh Week 2024 that has been launched. Next, which company has recently received the approval from Indian Navy to construct 6 advanced submarines in partnership with Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems under the Project 75 initiative, that is 75 India initiative? Which is that company? Name that company. It is Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Next, who is the chairperson of the 10th member expert committee that was recently constituted by RBI to benchmark their statistics with global standards? It is Michael Dipatra, right? MD Patra. Next, which institution was ranked the first in the overall category according to the 9th edition of India ranking based on the NIRF? So, which is that institute? It is IIT Madras, right? Take a note of this. Next, which of the following wetlands has recently designated as Ramsar site here? So, all three of them has been declared as Ramsar sites, and now the total number of Ramsar sites in India is 85. If we talk about here, the Tawa reservoir, it is in Madhya Pradesh and the rest two are in Tamil Nadu. Next, according to the revised guidelines issued by RBI, deposit taking housing finance companies are now required to maintain 15% of the liquid asset of public deposits that are held by them by 1st of July 2025. So 50% of the liquid assets of the public deposits are required to be maintained. Next, name the long-range glide bomb that recently underwent a successful maiden flight test conducted by DRDO. That is Gaurav. Right, Gaurav is the name of this long-range glide bomb that recently underwent a successful maiden flight test conducted by DRDO. This test was conducted where? At Pokhran Field Firing Range, that is in Rajasthan. Next, also one more thing. This was tested using what? This was testing using Sukhoi 30 Mark 1 fighter jet, and this Gaurav is long range glide bomb. Next, name the ISRO's launch vehicle carrying the Earth observation satellite which was successfully launched on 16th of August. What is the name of this? That is Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, and it will be used to carry small satellites for the size of shoe boxes into the orbit. Next, renowned DRDO scientist and Padma Bhushan awardee Dash, hailed as the father of Agni missile, recently passed away in August. What is his name? Ram Narayan Agarwal. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to 78th Independence Day celebration organized by the Government of India? If we look at the options here, all these three options are rightly mentioned. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to President Draupadi Murmu ma'am's visit to Fiji, New Zealand and Timor-Leste in August 2024? If we look at the options here, all the options are not correct. A and C are correct. B is wrong. B is saying that India and Fiji, they signed a bilateral custom cooperation agreement to ease trade between the two countries. So is it signed between India and Fiji? No, this has been signed between India and New Zealand. And the important thing here, President Draupadi Murmu ma'am was honored with the Grand Collar of Order of Timor-Leste. This also you need to remember. Next is who has been recently elected as the youngest Prime Minister of Thailand. So Pentontan Shinawatra, that is P. Shinawatra, has been appointed as the youngest Prime Minister of Thailand. Next, which jersey number has in Hockey India officially retired from the national senior men's team in honor of former Indian goalkeeper P.R. Srijesh? So which is that hockey jersey number? It is number 16 and it has been officially retired. Also, P.R. Srijesh, he is the goalkeeper of the India's men hockey team. He is known as the god of Indian modern history, and now he has retired and his jersey number has also retired. That means no other player, no hockey other player can take this jersey number 16. Also remember, after retirement, he has been appointed as the head coach of the junior men's hockey team. Next, which state has recently declared petroglyphs and geoglyphs in Ratnagiri as protected monuments? It is Maharashtra state. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the proposals approved by Union Cabinet on 16th of August 2024? So, which of the following? It is option A and B. C is wrong. It is saying that it also approved the development of two new civil enclaves at Bagdogra Airport in Bihar and Bhita Airport in West Bengal. Is it correct? No. This Bagdogra Airport is in West Bengal and Bhita Airport, it is in Bihar. So, vice versa. Now all the options are rightly mentioned. Next, what was the denomination of the coin that was recently released to mark the birth centenary of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister K.M. Karunanidhi? So it was 100 rupees coin that was recently launched to mark the birth centenary of the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. If we talk about 75 rupees coin, it was launched to inaugurate or launched during or to commemorate the inauguration of the new parliament building. 90 rupees coin was launched to commemorate the 90 years of RBI. Next, who has been recently appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank Limited? So, Sali Sukumaran Nair, right, has been appointed as the new MD and Chief Executive Officer of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to 2024 Summer Olympics held in Paris, France from 26th of July to 11th of August? If we look at the options here, which of the following are rightly mentioned? It is option B and C are right, A is wrong. A is saying that India was ranked 71st in the medal tally with 5 medals, that is 1 silver, 4 bronze, and it was ranked 71st. So all are right, rank is correct, but India has a medal tally of 6 medals, 1 silver and 5 bronze. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the revised regulations for NBFC peer-to-peer, that is P2P lending? If we look at the options here, all the options apart from B are right here, that is A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying RBI has imposed setting cap on the aggregate exposure of a lender to all borrowers through P2P platforms, restricting it to 20 lakh rupees. Is it correct? So no, the restriction has been what? Of what amount? The restriction has been of not 20 lakh rupees but 50 lakh rupees here. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the 70th National Film Awards? If we look at the option B and C are right, A is wrong. A is saying the Malayalam film Attam, that is the play directed by Anand Ekarshi, was awarded the best non-feature film. Is it correct? So remember, it is Attam. It was awarded the best feature film, not the best non-feature. Which was the best non-feature film? It was Aina. Or best non-feature film, it was Aina. Next, who has been recently appointed as the permanent representative of India to United Nation in New York, USA, and he will be succeeding India's Ruchira Kamboj. So right option is Parvathanai Harish. P. Harish. He has been appointed as India's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, USA, and he will be succeeding Ruchira Kamboj. Next, which country successfully launched the first low Earth orbit synthetic aperture radar satellite in August 2024? It is United Arab Emirates. Correct, and it was launched using SpaceX Transporter 11. This satellite was owned by Bayant of UAE, and this will be an Earth observation satellite. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the recent constituted 6 new parliamentary committees by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla sir? If we look at the options, option A and option B are right, C is wrong. C is saying that the Committee on the Welfare of Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes will be chaired by Baijan Panda and BJP Lok Sabha MP from Mandla, Madhya Pradesh. Is it correct? So remember, the Committee on the Welfare of Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes will be chaired by not Baijan Panda, but it will be chaired by Dr. Fagan Singh Kulaste. Correct, and he is the MP from Mandla, Madhya Pradesh. Correct. If we talk about this Baijan Panda, right, he will be heading the Committee on Public Undertakings. On Public Undertakings. Next, which organization has recently launched a new UPI Circle feature on UPI platform to enable primary UPI account holders to delegate payment responsibility to the trusted secondary users securely? So, it was launched by NPCI International? No, it was launched by National Payment Corporation of India, as it is similar to that of UPI, right? So, or not similar to that of UPI, but UPI was also launched by National Payment Corporation of India. Correct, and similar to that of UPI is ULI, that will also be a game changer that will provide credit access. And this UPI Circle also launched by NPCI. Next, name the former Meghalaya Chief Minister who passed away in August 2024. So, Salsang Chanda Marak, right? He is the former Meghalaya Chief Minister who passed away in August 2024. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to the recently released framework for self-regulatory organizations in the financial markets? If we look at the options, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Pause the video, do read them. Next, according to RBI, overseas Indians have deposited nearly how much amount into the NRI deposit schemes in the first quarter of financial year 25? So Indians or NRIs, they have deposited close to $4 billion in the NRI deposit scheme in the first quarter of FY25. Next, which bank has recently received the RBI's approval to set up a wholly owned subsidiary to undertake the asset management business of mutual funds? It is IndusInd Bank. Right, IndusInd Bank, they have received the RBI's approval to set up wholly owned subsidiary to undertake asset management business of the mutual funds. And this new asset management company will handle the mutual fund operations and benefit from an equity infusions by the bank. Also, if we talk about Bank of Baroda, their application BOB World, the restrictions on them has been uplifted. Next, which company has recently become the 5th Indian startup to achieve the unicorn status in 2024? It is Ether, and now it was Rapido that has also achieved the unicorn status. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Indian visit of Malaysian Prime Minister Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim from 19 to 21st of August 2024? If we look at the options, option A and B are right, C is wrong. C is saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced that India plans to integrate UPI with Malaysia's national payment network PayU. Is it correct? What is the name of the national payment network of Malaysia? It is not PayU, but it is what? What is the name of it? It is PayNet. So UPI will be integrated with PayNet of Malaysia. Next, which of the following portals have been launched by the Ministry of Power to enhance power sector efficiency? So which of the following, all these 3 portals have been recently launched by the Ministry of Power to enhance the power sector efficiency? Next, who has been recently rated A+ for the 2nd consecutive year in the Central Banker Report Cards 2024 by Global Finance Magazine? So, Shaktikant Das, who is the 25th Governor of RBI, has been rated A+ here for the 2nd consecutive year. Next, who has been recently appointed as the interim chairman of the Airport Authority of India as an additional charge. So M. Suresh, he has been given the additional charge as the interim chairman of Airports Authority of India. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Sanjeev Kumar. Next, when was the first ever National Space Day observed across India to commemorate the Chandrayaan 3 landing on the moon? Right, it is August 23, right, and it was the declared in 2024 that it was declared in 2023 that from 2024 the first Indian or National Space Day will be observed as it commemorates the Chandrayaan 3 team's successful mission, right, that is of ISRO. The theme for this day was Touching Lives While Touching the Moon, India's Space Saga. When do we observe International Moon Day? It is observed on 20th of July, International Moon Day. Next, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launched the Dash portal of the National Medical Commission developed by National Health Authority. So what is the name of the portal? That is National Medical Register portal, right? And it has been launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It is developed by National Health Authority, and in this the MBBS doctors, they will be registered, correct, and proper transparency will be maintained here. They will be getting an ID also, and if any individual wants to check the authority and the shorty, or they want to see that the doctor is legit, then they can verify on this portal. Next, which country has recently signed an MOU with the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances to foster cooperation in the public administration and governance reforms for the next 5 years? So it is Malaysia. Next, in which city third Japan-India 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministerial meet was held? It was held in New Delhi. Next, which bank has recently introduced a new saving account Avni for women's empowerment? It is Bandhan Bank. Next, which bank has recently signed $500 million loan agreement with India for Maharashtra Tertiary Care and Medical Education Sector Development Program? Which is that bank or organization? This is Asian Development Bank. Next, name the Indian athlete who recently finished second in the javelin throw event at the 2024 Lausanne Diamond League held in Lausanne, Switzerland. So Neeraj Chopra, and he also won recently silver medal in the Paris Olympic Games. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to UPS Unified Pension Scheme approved by the Union Cabinet on 24th of August? If we look at the options here, option B and C are right. A is saying that as per the Unified Pension Scheme, the central government employees will contribute 10% of their salary while the central government will contribute 14% of their salary. Is it correct? No, the central government will be contributing 18.5% of the salary. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Poland and Ukraine in August 2024? If we look at the options here, which of the following are right? So option A and C are right, B is wrong. B is saying India and Ukraine, they agreed to utilize Joint Commission for Economic Cooperation, which is set to be held by the end of 2024. Is it correct? So remember, it is India and Ukraine. Is this right? It is not Ukraine, but it will be Poland that have agreed to utilize this Joint Commission for Economic Cooperation. Next, RBI modified its electronic mandate framework to include the auto replenishment of balances in what? In FASTags as well as in National Common Mobility Card. So as your FASTag balance will be low, it will automatically recharge it. Next, name the India's first reusable hybrid rocket that was recently launched successfully by Space Zone India. So name of it is Rumi 1. This is India's first reusable hybrid rocket launched successfully by Space Zone India in partnership with Martin Group. Next, in August, Indian Army transferred the technology of Dash, an unmanned group vehicle, to private Indian company for mass production. So Indian Army transferred the technology of Exploder, that is an unmanned ground vehicle, to a private company for mass production. Next, who won the F1 Heineken Dutch Grand Prix title at the circuit in Netherlands? So who won it? It was won by Lando Norris. He drives for McLaren and on second position was Red Bull's driver Max Verstappen, and on third position was Ferrari's driver Charles Leclerc. Next, which of the following is not one of the 5 districts that were recently newly created in the Union Territory of Ladakh? So among them, if we look at the options, Hemis is not the territory. Earlier there were 2 territories, now there are a total of 7 territories and 5 has been declared new. That is Ladakh's territory, that are Jaskar, Dras, Sham, Nubra, Changtan. These are the 5 new districts. Earlier there were Leh and Kargil. So the total number of districts in Ladakh is now 7. Next, India has recently become 18th Security of Supplies Arrangement partner of United States of America. This is an agreement. This SOSC agreement is basically that, for example, in terms of a war, both the countries will be helping each other in providing the necessary resources immediately. Next, which organization has introduced ULI to facilitate seamless credit access? Correct. So which launched it? We were talking this about recently. So it is RBI that has launched this ULI, right? Earlier I might have said it is NPCI. Correct it. It is not NPCI, but it is RBI that has launched this ULI. This is to provide seamless credit access to various businesses. Next, according to SBI's ERD Economic Research Department report EcoRep, India's GDP is expected to grow by how much in the first quarter of FY25? So India's GDP grew by 6.7%. This is an older data, you can ignore, but they projected it to be between 7 to 7.1%. Next, in which year Jal Jeevan Mission was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? So Jal Jeevan Mission was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2019, and this year in 2024 we observed the 5th anniversary of this mission. Next, which of the following points are correct with respect to Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? If we look at the option, all these 3 options are rightly mentioned. Next, Union Communication Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia inaugurated a 10-meter air pistol shooting range in Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh, named in honor of renowned Indian sport shooter Manu Bakar. She secured 2 bronze medals. One was in single category and second was in group category, couple category, in which Sarabjot Singh also secured bronze medal. Next, which organization has recently launched a scheme called SPICED, that is Sustainability in Spice Sector, through progressive, innovative and collaborative interventions for export development. So better quality of spices can be exported and in international market to promote this. Which organization launched this SPICED? It was launched by Spice Board of India. Next, who has been recently elected unopposed as the next chairman of ICC with effect from 1st of December? So Jay Shah, he is the youngest ever chairman of ICC, as well as he was the youngest secretary of BCCI also. Next, who has been recently appointed as the chairman and CEO of Indian Railway Board? So right option here becomes Satish Kumar. He has been appointed as CEO and chairman of Indian Railway Board. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Jaya Verma Sinha. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the proposals approved by Union Cabinet? If we look at the options here, option A and option B are right, C is wrong. C is saying that CCEA has approved 10 new industrial nodes or cities under National Industrial Corridor Development Program with an estimated investment of 25,602 crore rupees. Next, according to the recently launched vehicle scrapping policy or voluntary vehicle modernization program, state governments will offer a concession, that is a discount, on the modern motor vehicle tax of up to 25% for non-transport vehicles to all those individuals who are willing, right, to go and scrap their older vehicles for a new one. Next, which organization bank has recently introduced 2 new transformative digital payment solution, that is BBPS, known as Bharat Connect now, and second is UPI Circle. So they are launched by whom? They are launched by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. And ULI, again I am repeating, it was launched by Reserve Bank of India. UPI launched by NPCI. Next, which of the following firm is not involved in the combination approved by CCI with respect to the merger of Reliance Industries Limited Mediaset with Walt Disney? So among them, the top 4 are associated with it, but Zee Media Corporation is not among the companies that will be merged. Next, in August, Ministry of Defence placed an order worth 837 crore rupees for the import of an additional 73,000 SIG 716 semi-automatic assault rifles for the Indian Army from SIG SOR Incorporation of USA. Correct, and each this assault rifle will cost around 1.45 lakh rupees. Next, which ministry has launched the She Box portal for registering and monitoring the complaints of sexual harassment of women in the workplace? So it is the Ministry of Women, Child and Development that has launched this portal, and this will help the women to register complaints against sexual harassment at both public and private offices. Next, which bank has recently launched Inori Rupee Platinum Credit Card to offer cardholders exclusive benefits and privileges? Which is that bank that has launched this Inori? It has been launched by ESAF Small Finance Bank. Next, who has topped the Huron India Rich List 24 with a net worth of 11,61,800 crore rupees? So, Gautam Adani has topped the list here. Right, then on second position was Mukesh Ambani, and third position was of Shiv Nadar and family. Next, name the second indigenous nuclear powered blasting missile submarine commissioned into Indian Navy on 29th of August at Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. What is the name of it? It is INS Arikat. Take a note of this, important. Correct? This is the second nuclear powered blasting missile submarine. Which was the first? It was INS Arihant. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision current affairs that will be very beneficial for your learning. In June 24, the Department of Telecommunication has introduced Dash for making service and transactional voice calls. So the Department of Telecommunication has introduced what? They have introduced 160 series for making service and transactional calls. Next, Software Technology Parks of India, an autonomous society that comes under the Dash, celebrated their 33rd Foundation Day on 6th of June under the theme that is Positioning Bharat as a Tech Product Nation. So, Software Technology Park of India, an autonomous body that comes under the Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology, celebrated their 33rd Foundation on 6th of June 2024. And here you can see the theme of this day. Next, Narendra Modi was sworn in as the Prime Minister of India for the third consecutive time after the BJP-led NDA got the majority in the which edition of Lok Sabha elections. So they were the 18th edition of Lok Sabha election, and this is the third consecutive time Prime Minister Narendra Modi was appointed as the PM of India. Next, who has recently become the Indian Navy's first women helicopter pilot? Name that pilot. Anamika Rajiv. Right, she became the Indian Navy's first women helicopter pilot, Anamika Rajiv. Next, which organization has recently launched the AIM ICDK Water Challenge 4.0 and the 5th edition of the Innovation for You aims to foster innovation and sustainability in India? This is Niti Aayog. Right, Niti Aayog, this is the organization that launched this AIM ICDK Water Challenge 4.0 and the 5th edition of the Innovations for You that aims to foster innovation and sustainability in India. Next, which state has become the first in India to announce 1 crore rupees in insurance compensation for employees who passed away in road accidents? That will be Karnataka. Right, Karnataka state became the first state in India to announce 1 crore rupees compensation in insurance for the employees who passed away in road accidents. Next, in June, the Government of India extended the Digital Health Incentive Scheme by a year up to what? It has been extended up to 30th of June 2025. Earlier it was finishing on 30th of June 2024, but now it has been increased. Also remember, as a part of the scheme, the hospitals will receive 20 rupees per patient for digitizing the health records and linking them with Aadhaar ID. Next, which state secretariat has recently become the India's first eco-friendly state government headquarter? It is of Assam state. Right, Assam secretariat became the India's first green state government headquarter with the inauguration of 2.5 megawatt solar project on the campus of Janta Bhavan in Dispur, Guwahati, Assam. This secretariat complex will now run solely on the solar power installed with using 12.5 crore rupees of fund. Next, which of the following terms were defined by the newly introduced Offshore Areas Rules 2024 by the Government of India? So which of the following terms were defined? All four of them, right? All the above were defined. Next, Which of the following points are not correct with respect to the cabinet approvals? If we look at the options here, option B is wrong here. Rest option A and C are right. B is saying that the VGF, that is viability gap funding scheme for offshore wind energy projects with a total outlay of 8453 crore rupees. Is it correct? So it is not 8454 crore rupees. Actually, it is 7453 crore rupees. This is the right option. Then construction of major port at Vadhavan near Dhanong in Maharashtra with a total project cost. This is also right. And option A is also right. Then again, next question is, which ministry has notified the Post Office Act of 2023 that became effective from 18th of June? It is Ministry of Communication that has notified the Post Office Act of 2023 that became effective from 18th of June 2024. Next, in June 24, Union Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship partnered with which country to boost India's agriculture sector with emerging skills? It is Australia. Next, which state's tourism board has recently launched Prime Minister Shri Paryatan Vayu Seva, that is an interstate air service that connects the state's religious and tourist spots by air. So which is that state? It is Madhya Pradesh state. They have launched this scheme, that is PM Shri Paryatan Vayu Seva, or we can say a air taxi scheme. Right? I repeat, Pradhan Mantri Shri Paryatan Vayu Seva scheme launched by Madhya Pradesh. Next, which airport has recently received the license extension from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation for a period of 5 years? So which is that airport? It is Maharshi Valmiki International Airport of Ayodhya, UP. And they have been granted a license for a period of 5 years. And this is an international airport. Also remember the Jewar airport, that will also be in UP, and it will also be an international airport. Next, name the state that has recently launched the first of its kind centralized admission portal for admission to the undergraduate courses in the state government colleges and recognized universities. It is West Bengal. Next, the Government of India has notified that some sections of the Telecommunication Act of 23 are set to be effective from 26th of June 2024. Next, which Indian state is set to establish the Jatayu Conservation and Breeding Centers? That's the world's first conservation and breeding center for Asian king vultures. That is Uttar Pradesh. Right? This is the Indian state that is set to establish Jatayu Conservation and Breeding Centers. That is the world's first conservation and breeding center for Asian king vultures. Next, Dr. Jitendra Singh, our Union Minister of States having the independent charge for science and technology, launched 1 week, 1 theme campaign under Dash to demonstrate the recent success stories of India in various streams of science and technology. So it is Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. That is Dr. Jitendra Singh. They have launched this 1 week, 1 theme campaign under CSIR to demonstrate the recent success stories of India in the various streams of science and technology, so that other people can also get encouraged through these stories. Next, in which state did the Ministry of Coal launch the India's first ever underground coal gasification pilot project at the Kasta Coal block? It is Jharkhand state. And the project here aims to revolutionize the coal sector by using the in situ gasification unit in order to convert them into valuable gas such as methane, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. Next, which ministry has recently launched a 100-day special awareness campaign on women empowerment? It is Ministry of Women, Child and Development. Right? They have recently launched a 100-day special campaign on women empowerment. Next, in June, Union Health Minister Jagat Prakash Nadda, that is JP Nadda, launched the National Dash campaign. So JP Nadda ji has launched the Stop Diarrhea campaign 2024. Also remember, there was a slogan for this campaign that was launched. The slogan is डायरिया की रोकथाम, सफाई और ORS से रखें अपना ध्यान. And here Union Health Minister Jagat Prakash Nadda, that is JP Nadda ji, launched this campaign. So stop diarrhea. Next, name the Union Minister who recently launched the Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveller program to expedite the immigration process for pre-verified Indian nationals and overseas citizens of India cardholders. So who any individual who is a pre-verified Indian national and having the or other is overseas citizens of India cardholders, they will be allowed to make entry into the uh, airports, right? Basically we can say that will be a fast track immigration process that will reduce the time for the immigration process, and it will be a much quicker way, so that the all the process of immigration is taken in a quick manner. That will reduce the time for the passengers to board on the flight. So question asked is, who is that union minister who launched this fast track immigration trusted traveler program? It was launched by Amit Shah, who is our union home minister. Next, which central public sector undertaking has recently received the Navratna status from the Department of Public Enterprise under the Ministry of Finance? It is which? Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. Take a note of this. The first question is, in May, the Boxing Federation of India became a member of which organization? So the Boxing Federation of India, they became a member of the World Boxing. And this decision was taken after the International Olympic Committee warned the National Federation to leave boxing out of the 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games if they continued to be a part of the International Boxing Association. Next, name the Indian cricketer who has announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket on 1st of June after playing for India for almost 20 years. So Dinesh Karthik, he has announced officially his retirement from all the forms of cricket. Next, who won the women's single title at the Yonex Bonn International 2024? That is a Badminton World Federation Future Series event that was held from 29th of May to 1st of June in Germany. So right option is Tanvi Sharma, right? She has won the women's single title at the Yonex Bonn International 2024. Right? Take a note of this. Tanvi Sharma. She's just 15 years of age. Correct? And remember, if we talk about this Bonn International, Bonn is held where? It is held in Germany, and Bonn is a location in Germany. Correct? This was held from 29th of May to 1st of June. Correct? Next. In June, Indian contingent won 7 medals including 3 gold, 3 silver and 1 bronze at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024 that was held in Taipei city of Taiwan. Dash has won the gold medal in the women's long jump event with a 6.43 meter jump. So, Indian contingent won 7 medals including 3 gold, 3 silver and 1 bronze at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024. So, right option here is Nayana James. Right? So, Indian contingent won a total of 7 medals. In this, 3 were gold, 3 were silver and 1 was bronze. And this was at the Taiwan Athletics Open 2024 that was held in Taipei city of Taiwan. And Nayana James has won gold medal in the women's long jump events with 6.43 meter jump. Here remember, one more thing, Nithaya Ramraj, correct, has won silver in the women's 100 meter hurdles. And one more thing, Ankesh Chaudhary won gold medal in men's 800 meter after clocking 1 minute 50 seconds 63 and right, this was the time for which he won gold medal. Next, name the Indian cricket player who has recently announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket at the age of 39. So right option is Kedar Jadhav. Right, he announced his retirement from all the forms of cricket at the age of 39. Next, name the Indian footballer who announced his retirement from international football after the FIFA World Cup qualifier match against Kuwait on 6th of June. He is Sunil Chhetri, right? Very famous Indian footballer. He is 39 years of age, right? And he has announced his retirement, correct, after the FIFA World Cup qualifier final match against Kuwait. Next, who won the Norway Chess 2024 title defeating Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana of USA that was held from 27th of May to 7th of June in Norway. So who won the Norway Chess 2024? It was won by Magnus Carlsen. He is the world's #1 chess player. Magnus Carlsen is from Norway. Right, also the world's #1 chess player, and he has won the 2024 Norway chess title, and he defeated Fabiano Caruana of USA in the final round. Next, who has recently won the F1 Canadian Grand Prix 2024 title? It was won by Max Verstappen. Correct? And Max Verstappen, he drives for Red Bull, and he has recently won the F1 Canadian Grand Prix. Right? Then McLaren's driver Lando Norris secured second position here. Correct? Moving on. Who won the men's single title at the French Open 2024, also known as Roland Garros, for the first time? So Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz, he's a Spanish tennis player, and he has won the French Open 2024. French Open is also known as Roland Garros Award. Right? And here remember, world's #1 Iga Swiatek of Poland, she has won the women's single title of French Open. And who won the men's single title of French Open? Carlos Alcaraz. Next, in May, IRDAI has approved the appointment of whom as the chairman of the board of directors of ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited, with effect from 30th of June 2024. So Sandeep Batra will be the new chairman of the board of directors of ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. He will replace whom? He will be replacing MS Ramachandran. Next is, name the Indian diplomat who has recently retired from the service after serving as India's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, USA from August 2022 to June 2024. She is, what is the right option? So Ruchira Kamboj, correct? And also she became the India's permanent representative to the United Nations in 2022, correct? And now she has retired from her position. Also, Ruchira Kamboj, she was an IFS officer of 1987 batch. Next, who has been recently elected as the 7th president of Iceland? Hela Thomasdóttir, right? He became the 7th president of Iceland. Oh, sorry, she became the 7th president of Iceland. She's a woman, right? And she became the 2nd woman president of Iceland. Next, who has been recently elected as the first woman president of United Mexican State, that is Mexico? Claudia Sheinbaum. She became the first woman president of Mexico, right? Next, who has been recently appointed as the Crown Prince of Kuwait by Sheikh Mashal Al Ahmad Al Sabah, the Emir of Kuwait? So, who is he? He will be Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al Ahmad Al Mubarak Al Sabah. He became the Crown Prince of Kuwait. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife India Insurance Company Limited with effect from 1st of July 2024? So, Sameer Bansal, right? He has been appointed as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of PNB MetLife Insurance. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Ashish Srivastava. Next, name the former Cameroon Prime Minister who has recently been elected as the President of the 79th session of United Nations General Assembly. So Philemon Yang, right? Philemon Yang, he became the Prime Minister, he became the President of Cameroon, correct? Take a note of this. And he became the President, he is the President of Cameroon, and he became the President of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Take a note of this. So that was our last question, friends. I hope you have enjoyed our session. If you find the session interesting, do hit the like button and also do subscribe to us. We are one-stop solution for current affairs, and I'm seeing many students who are watching our video on daily basis but haven't subscribed to us. Do subscribe.